the natural process of guiding a person towards Islam and faith. There are some individuals whose natural disposition, fitra, has become completely engulfed in sin and filth. They are so deeply immersed in wrongdoing that the light of their inner nature has been extinguished. Then there are others who, due to prejudice or stubbornness, are not ready to even listen to the truth. Some people argue not to find the truth, but only to win the debate. Let's call such people normal individuals, not extremely righteous, nor entirely corrupt. Suppose such a person is an idol worshipper or belongs to a different religion, ideology, or philosophical school of thought, and you wish to invite them to Islam. What is the correct method? Step 1. Assess and purify the mind. The first step is to assess the person's mind, to understand their thoughts, beliefs, and worldview. Before you can present the truth, you must cleanse their mind of false beliefs and flawed ideologies. Only then can you begin to build their thinking on the foundation of true concepts, the oneness of God, Tawheed, the belief in the hereafter, Ma'ad, and the prophethood, Risala. Once true faith is firmly established in the heart and mind, immoral behavior and corrupt habits will begin to fall away on their own, just like dead leaves fall from trees in autumn. This transformation is certain and natural. Step 2. Teach the practical commands. At this point, it is time to educate them about the obligations, the do's and don'ts of the religion. For example, that prayer, Salah, is obligatory. Fasting during Ramadan is a requirement, and so on. However, one common mistake we make even with our own children is that we immediately begin telling them to pray without understanding what ideologies have already taken root in their minds. For instance, if the educational institution they attend has embedded Darwinism, they might believe humans are just evolved animals, not creations of God. Concepts like humans being God's vicegerents or the existence of angels won't make sense to them. Their minds might be filled with Marxist, Freudian, or logical positivist thinking. These are not idol worshippers, but these harmful ideologies do exist within our youth's minds. So before instructing them to pray, their minds need purification. Their thoughts must be realigned with true foundation. Then when you say pray, it will make sense to them. Otherwise, mere verbal commands will yield no result. Step 3, the morals will follow naturally. Once their worldview is corrected and they genuinely believe in accountability in the hereafter, immoral actions and bad behavior will naturally fall away, just like dead leaves. Then you can proceed to teach them Islamic jurisprudence, fiqh, what is permissible, what is forbidden, the etiquettes of worship and daily conduct. Step 4, the highest level, wisdom, hikmah. At the highest level, one should be introduced to wisdom, and wisdom is of two types. 1, the wisdom of faith, hikmat-e-imani. This is the philosophy that produces and strengthens faith. As Maulana Rumi beautifully said, until when will you keep reading Greek wisdom? Learn the wisdom of faith. Meaning, instead of endlessly quoting Plato, Aristotle, Socrates and debating realism versus idealism, embrace that philosophy which leads to faith and certainty in God. 2, the wisdom behind the commands, hikmat-i-ahkam. This means understanding why a certain act has been made obligatory or why something has been declared forbidden. When one realizes that every command in Sharia is for our benefit, our well-being and our protection, Sharia no longer feels burdensome. Instead, it resonates with the inner voice of the heart. Yes, this is exactly how it should be. As the poet said, the beauty of the speech was that I felt as if he spoke the very thoughts of my heart. This is the natural process of transforming a person into a believer in Islam and true faith. This was the very method of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He first recited the Quran to people, those who had even a flicker of innate goodness in them, even if weak or dormant, were drawn to it, just like iron is drawn to a magnet. Then through the Quran, he taught them faith. He purified their hearts and minds, taught them the laws, ahkam, and imparted wisdom all through the Quran. Indeed, the Prophet's greatest revolutionary tool was the Quran. As Maulana Ali said so eloquently, he descended from Hira toward his nation. bringing along a magical prescription. That prescription was the Quran, and through it, the Prophet, peace be upon him, brought about the greatest transformation in human history.